Is type 2 diabetes reversible or curable? Hello, my name is Dmitry Petrunin. In 1987, I graduated from Kiev Medical University and got a degree in medical care. In 1995, I began to study nutrition in parallel with my work in governmental clinics in Israel. Afterward, in 2004, I managed to create an approach designed to fully normalize sugar levels in patients with type 2 diabetes. In 2006, my method was approved by the Ministry of Health of Israel. Since that time, I have managed to reduce glucose levels in more than 1,500 patients with type 2 diabetes, 372 of whom have been able to break free from insulin dependence. Today, I would like to present you the latest extraordinary case of sugar levels becoming completely normalized in a patient with decompensated insulin-dependent type 2 diabetes complicated by 3-grade obesity. In his article on type 2 diabetes reversibility, published in June 2013, the British researcher Roy Taylor proved that it's possible to normalize sugar levels in patients with type 2 diabetes if a low-calorie diet or bariatric surgery is applied. By the standards of modern diabetology, thus patient's condition was considered irreversible for the following 3 reasons. Reason 1. Decompensation, or simply put, too high sugar levels. Diabetes is considered to be decompensated when glycated hemoglobin is above 7.5%, and it already reached 10.5% in our patient. Reason 2. Insulin dependence. Our patient has been taking insulin since 2006, and in the past few years, he injected at least 110 units of insulin daily. A large number of endocrinologists believe that after 1 or more years of insulin injections, the pancreas of patients with type 2 diabetes will lose its ability to produce own insulin forever. Reason 3. Grade 3 obesity. According to beliefs in modern diabetology, patients with type 2 diabetes, complicated by even grade 1 obesity, have a chance to normalize sugar levels only after gastrorrhaphy or gastric bending. 10 months ago, on August 24, 2016, Alexander Gusatinsky came to me for advice. Born in 1957, he is a veteran of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, a retired police lieutenant colonel, now residing in Blagoveshchensk, Kirovograd region. He was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes back in 1996. 11 years ago, an endocrinologist administered insulin injections to him, and at the moment when we became acquainted, he already injected at least 22 units of pharmaceutin H 3 times a day and 22 units of pharmaceutin H and P twice a day. Alexander measured 182 centimeters tall and weighed 157 kilograms, putting him at grade 3 obesity with a body mass index of 47.5. For reference, a normal body mass index is 25 and lower. Alexander could hardly walk more than 100 meters without stopping. Despite his very large daily insulin dosage, his glycated hemoglobin levels were 10.5% at the time when his treatment started, which is 4.6% above normal. His fasting sugar levels ranged from 20 to 26 millimole per liter. In addition, he had a very extreme blood fat profile. Triglycerides 7.3 millimole on liter, upper limit of normal 1.7, low-density cholesterol 4.9 millimole per liter, upper limit of normal 3.0, and very low-density cholesterol 2.7 millimole per liter, upper limit of normal 0.9. Alexander, I want to ask your consent to show your lab test results in our video. Let's have a closer look at the patient's lab test results conducted before the treatment. During the sixth treatment procedure on December 5, 2016, after 3.5 months of treatment, Alexander's glycated hemoglobin levels decreased to 6.6%. Show us the patient's lab test results. During this seventh treatment procedure on January 16, 2017, after 5 months of treatment, the last 3 units of famotidine were cancelled. Finally, before the ninth treatment procedure on March 25, 2017, exactly after 7 months since treatment started, the glycated hemoglobin level was recorded at 5.69%, which is 0.2% below the upper limit of normal. Blood fat profile normalized completely. Triglycerides decreased to 1.2 millimol per liter. Low-density cholesterol dropped to 2.6 millimol per liter. Very low-density cholesterol decreased to 0.5 millimol per liter. Insulin level also showed normal findings. 7.29 microunits per milliliter, lower limit of normal 2.6 microunits per milliliter, suggesting that the pancreas gland had an absolutely normal function despite 11 years of administered insulin therapy.
Хочу напомнить, что нижняя граница нормы для инсулина не ниже 2,6 микроединиц на миллилитр.
Operator, please show us these lab test results as well. Since his treatment started, Alexander has lost 38 kilograms and his blood pressure has completely normalized. Last week, Alexander submitted to the main blood test again, and here are the results. The glycated hemoglobin level continues to decrease and has reached 5.56%, which is 0.33% lower than the upper limit of normal, and his insulin level is 6.98 microunits per milliliter, lower limit of normal 2.6. Please show us the test results again. This patient's example shows us the inconsistency of the 3 dogmas in modern diabetology, which tell us that it's impossible to normalize sugar levels in patients with decompensated type 2 diabetes, insulin-dependent type 2 diabetes, type 2 diabetes complicated by obesity. Now, Alexander Gusatinski will speak for himself. I didn't pay much attention to my health when I was young, as young people tend to do. I was only when my medical condition deteriorated and my life was in danger and the conventional medical approach proved to be inefficient that I started to look for some other treatment methods for my type 2 diabetes. I thank God I met Dr. Dmitry Petrunin at that difficult time. I knew about these treatment methods for a long time, since I saw him speaking about it on TV. It's difficult and unpleasant for me to think about the medical condition I was in before the treatment. The first positive results surprised me and inspired me greatly. They made me certain that this treatment method was suitable for me. Dr. Petrunin's professionalism, strict compliance with the therapy plan, my belief in recovery, and my wife's and kids' support led to excellent results and positive changes in my health. The official results of my lab tests confirm all this. With all my heart, I am eternally grateful to Dr. Dmitry Petrunin for bringing me back to a life worth living. This is my third video interview, and not to repeat myself, I've consciously made it as short as possible. Therefore, to those of you who are interested in learning more about the drugless type 2 diabetes treatment method, the history of its creation, and a lot of other important and useful information on diabetes, I highly recommend watching my previous video interviews recorded in 2010 and 2013. To conclude, I want to wish you all wellness, peace and health, and I will see you in my next video.